Now we're going to rock this Dark Age. We're going to hit a golden into Heroic Age, ideally. 3 Inquiry. We're getting a load of these boosts, so let's do this. Excellent. Wabam. Trade. Preslav. Faith. Root. It's all good. Now I've got the route to Preslav. We could Caesar in it, but I think actually Fez. Let's grab Fez first. Nice. And Samarkand after. Inquisition. Isolationism, monasticism, Twilight Valor. Now if I was to build some holy sites, I would get a lot more science. But the religion's rubbish, so I'm kind of tempted not to do that. Now we're just going to kind of survive this Dark Age as long as we can. Survive it out, hit the Heroic Age in Renaissance, and just learn how to be trouble on the world stage, you know? Kind of my plan. So remember, there are now 50 points that we need to get to win this diplomatic victory. 50 of them. This is very difficult. World Congress is kind of not as important as it used to be, but I am rocking some favor into this. Let's boost melee and city center because those normally go through. I'll put 3 votes in on each and see if we can walk away with a couple of votes. Yes and yes. So that means I now have 2 diplomatic points. Yep, I'm 4% of the way there. This is going to be quite challenging. Let's project some power though. Haha! It's Los Angeles. Beautiful. I'm thinking galley spam, you know, just a couple of galleys with my gold, although I would like to get the workshop in Javara because that would be an amazing way of getting engineering points. So I shall. Bam. Persia has a religion. Religious community. Okay, that is actually a really good religion for me. Extra gold if I have a holy site in the city that makes the trade. That could be what I need. Could be. It could not be as well, but it could be. Uh-oh. How did you get into this situation? If I can convert that into a city-state really quickly, I could potentially survive, but run. Actually, no, we can fight our way out. Run. Haha. First galley also. Is this a city-state quest? No, it should be. I feel it should be. We need to do more of those quests, actually. Get different districts down. City number 6, next to Mount Kilimanjaro. I want to get that done as fast as I can. It's Chichago. Oh, I've heard of that place. Sounds lovely. Let's buy that town. There you go. Now, every time we build a district here, we gain an extra population. Settling too close. I'll take the Diplo favor. I'll lie to you. I'm just going to keep settling wherever I want, all right? There's nothing you can do about it because you're friendly with me. You've let your guard down in Gorazagamu. And I got the envoy for it. Okay, sure. I don't know why we got the envoy for it, but what's the rule? Do you remember the rule? Don't complain. Just accept, okay? That's the thing to do. Shipbuilding means we can now embark. Let's now go for education. I've got 1 campus. I probably should build a 2nd. Will encourage me to do so. Oh, I didn't search for NEIGHBOUR. Hang on, there's some about where I'm going to settle there. There's a little bit there. There's a little bit there that Brazil has stolen. Loads in the desert. Actually, we should have tons of NEIGHBOUR. Great stuff. Exactly what we want to see. Keep the momentum, people. Keep it going. We're doing good. Actually, I think I want to focus on going cartography, which means I should probably unlock celestial navigation. But the reason for that is that then I can put caravels out to sea and explore and discover everything as soon as possible. Remember, it's all about visibility, this map. We need to see everything we can as quickly as we can. So Yerevan, Preslav, Chinguetti, Fez, all follow me. Samarkand, I do have a trade route too. You have joined the beautiful, beautiful ranks, and you've explored a tiny bit of the sea. Not a lot of the sea, but some of it. Extra gold per turn. That works out to be another 14 per turn. Lovely. Now feudalism, we want to see if we can push towards town charters as soon as possible. Industrial zone adjacency is great, but so is the commercial hub. We have both of those. We're playing what I would like to call the German strat. Nothing but commercial hubs and industrial zones. That's all we got. Okay, Catholicism has 1 again, which means I have a majority religion, I believe, which means I should start getting the Chinguetti bonus again. We were down to +6, which is really annoying. Oh, an emergency went through and we didn't know where it was. Yeah, +31. Okay, come on, Brazil. You can do it. Keep your religion with me. Oh, don't you love it when a trader perfectly goes over Italy? We're going to put a city center on. Just means it's so easy now to go and spread that. Ah, was that Feed the World? No, this isn't Buddhism. What's that? Jesuit education. Okay. Jesuit education would be really good if I put a campus down in this city. Ah, ha ha ha. Well, I think we know what we'll be doing. That's +3 up there. Yeah, okay. Get the library and the university in Garrett as fast as possible. That'd be a huge help. And look, we're now exploring. We're now coasting around. I can now send a trade route to Mogadishu as well. Let's remember that. The more I integrate into my network, the more we can just meddle. Imagine me with the stickiest of fingers. That's what you've got to remember. Just my influence is going left, right, and center. I'm like, yes, delightful. Actually, Samarkand could give me trading domes as well. That's worth 4 gold per turn for every dome I put down. Well worth remembering. Not the best improvement, but it certainly does help a little bit. Anshan. Oh, maybe there's a trade route possible there. Not quite yet, but there will be soon. Especially if I can settle down this way. Okay, yep, the settlers are all needed. In fact, actually, look at this. This is another one on the coast. This is Sink in Atai. Yeah, Sink in Atai. I think that's how that's pronounced. Delightful. I'm gonna just borrow you with Pantanal for a couple, like a bit like Retrospect's doing, just working an extra monument for me there. We'll work the rest out in a bit, don't worry. Down in the other direction, Charlestown. A ton of Charles, yes. Wow, that is a lot of Charles. Do we need that many? Can we confirm? Is that too many Charles? I feel like we haven't factored this in properly. Are you gonna just rush onto that like as soon as I find it? You dare? No, okay, the AI is typically very bad at doing that, which is good. I'm glad. We haven't invented the knight. I don't know what knights are. I have yet to invent Fort Knight, the game. Currently, it's Fort Chariot, I think is probably the term for that. But these extra army, just keeping our base army where it's above Persia. Persia has no army. I don't know what's happened to Persia. Again, don't complain. Just accept. 20 diplomatic favor in a hut. We've actually built up 169 now. We'll be able to vote forever. This is a very strange turn 100. Normally we say a game on turn 100 can be expressed as being very, very successful if we have 100 of a single yield we're going for. We do not have 100 science, culture, faith. We almost have 100 gold. We almost have 100 production. So the industry, the actual economy of this game is doing great. Everything else, not so good. So we'll work on this a little bit, but I'm calling it as a so far so good. Whether it proves to remain that, I don't know. But yeah, so far, so good. We should discover somebody very soon. It's Gandhi. Gandhi has some truffles. Truffles for us, huh? Delicious. I'll take those. How do you feel about strategics? How do you feel about luxuries? Oh, he feels great about luxuries. Well, that's lovely. I'm gonna use some of that gold to just buy a couple of monuments to keep my culture ticking along. I know, Ursa actually using monuments. What is this game? Ursa, are you okay? Do you feel okay? Do you have some sort of infection? These are the questions that you normally ask when you see me actually playing with monuments. My temperature's high. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we got a trading post in Chingeti. That means my trade routes will be able to stretch a little further now. If only Johannesburg was still there, hey? Imagine. Right, Irene looks really quite nice for the Empire. Imhotep I would love to pick up. I'm going to save my faith and try and get Imhotep. No more city-state trade routes have been unlocked at the moment, or have they? No, I was really hoping Anshan... Oh, Anshan's not on the coast. Okay, right. That kind of explains that. You have to actually be on the coast. It's one of the really good things about fishing keys in Civ 7. They really did fix that issue quite nicely. Reina now has contractor, so I can use my gold to buy in districts immediately. So the industrial zone is possible, but I think we're just going to buy the consulate for now because that's worth a lot with all of my city-states and pushes my envoy influence up quite considerably. Laventa is on the coast. All right, let's keep an eye out for that. Trade routes may appear if I settle towards this end of the continent, which I will do because there are a couple of spaces. So there and there would be amazing settles. What's the more useful road? I'm actually genuinely trying to pick up decent roads here, but yeah, that's a really good one up there. All of my settlements need to not just be connected, they need to be absolutely helpfully connected. I can't move about nicely, then what's the point? Preslav and Persia are still fighting, by the way, and Preslav is winning so easily. Like, they are absolutely ruling this one. It's almost quite embarrassing. Shaka, wanted to meet you. Do you have any luxuries for me? Oh, you both do. Great. And would you like to buy my weapons of war? My source of horse? My tobacco? It's all delightful. Okay, the purpose of this settlement is to get access to Bridgewater Bay. San Francisco. Francis has his own company. That's amazing. Oh, great to know. Things you learn from Civ, hey? Get that harbor down immediately. In fact, I'm just going to actually get all this niter as quickly as possible. You may ask yourself, why has my capital been building an aqueduct when I really need to be pumping settlers out? We've been on 9 of 10 housing for some time and there's nothing I can do to increase housing. So I'm building this so that I can get to 10 population so I can build the industrial zone. I wish there was a better reason for anything. There is not. Persia has denounced me. fine. Look, I can settle where I want. The fact that I've promised you something doesn't mean I actually have to do it. You should learn that. My promises mean absolutely nothing. Cahokia. I can trade with Cahokia. And Leventa, RB Hedge, can now trade with both. Okay now. Right, like this harbor. I'm going to build a harbor down here. These are all going to get rushed. More trade routes for us. Let's try and build just a tiny bit more science, but now I need it desperately. Kabul, first meet. Oh, we're meeting loads of city-states on first meet. That's awesome. Oh no, Brazil's got against Preslav as well. What is wrong with the city-states? Leave them alone. Don't make me emergency you. Actually, you can. You can absolutely make me emergency you. I would love it. Like, let me re-clarify that. Please make me emergency you. I would love that so much. Hold on, man, Kabul. Let's Suzerain, explore some of this frozen ocean. It's actually got some decent luxuries. Very tasty. Map exploration with city-states. You know it just works. There's feudalism. Now to head towards guilds, but serfdom is a thing now. Extra builder charges make builders so much better. How much? I've got 21 turns to get 9 era score. I'm really hoping that doesn't prove to be problematic, but you never know. Games are strange sometimes in the way they can just sort of randomly go for you. Keep going with the settlers. Come on, you're doing it. Keep pumping them out. +1 population in a tribal village. Aha! That's the sort of thing we like to see. That's what makes exploration worthwhile. Dido, more people to trade with. Where are you? Who are you? Why are you? You're over here. Do you ever get tired of your city? Would you ever like to join the wonderful American Empire? It's great here. It's wonderful. She wants all my strategics, so you're going to be a good friend. Oh yeah, really good friend. Love it. Okay, Preslav may actually be about to die. That's not great. On a scale of like brilliant to really not that great, I would class this as not that great. I know. Sorry to be such strongly worded in my videos. I don't mean to be so, you know, sensationalistic, but that's not good. Unless, of course, we're able to declare an emergency, in which case, in the best way possible, I hope you die. Looks like they are going to absolutely get destroyed by siege equipment, cavalry, and is that muskets? Yep, that's muskets. Beautiful, lovely stuff. Reina, established within beautiful city of Dr. Bobby, which means we can now actually just buy in the harbor, which gained me an envoy for Anshan, which is a tiny bit more science. Excellent. And now mausoleums possible, which I will just start. Is that the best place for it? I mean, it's not the best place for it, admittedly, but it's the first place for it. There's a certain someone may appear next turn. One of the good things about this map is look how big my starting continent actually is. This is the area that I get +5 combat strength on. We do want to spread a little bit to a new continent, so off you go, Mr. Sattler. This is just over to the side of Brazil. Again, another hub for trade routes to city-states. Right, Imatep. Bit of a score here. Usual drill. First thing we're going to do is finish Mausoleum, which gives him an extra charge. Then we'll think about getting some extra wonders in depending on what is still available. I don't really know what's still available. Wonders have not been my thing. Here is a lighthouse. It's another trade route. We've got some good ones to put down. Papanoi. Portugal. Portugal has loads of luxuries, but can be a little bit of a pain on these sort of maps. He can project power very nicely indeed. Never mind. We'll get that. We'll be fine. Probably. Oh my goodness, that's 10 population. That's just about to happen. And it got raised to the floor. How am I supposed to do emergencies if every single city-state gets raised? This is the question I have for you all. Honestly, AI, would you learn to play ball? I wish to exploit you, and I can't exploit you if you don't behave yourselves. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, military training finished. Settlers will not be needed just for a little bit because we're about to do some other stuff, so we'll put Corvée in. Civil service was completed at the same time. Divine Right, get the government, and Imatep, now that we have the 15% boost from the Wonder card, should just one hit complete, which he does. So, science, faith, culture, and all co-styles, but more importantly, now all my great engineers have an extra charge, which is just lovely. Petra, I mean, Petra's not a bad shout in this city. I'll be honest, Dr. Bobby is pretty good Petra-wise. Garrett would also benefit, but I think Dr. Bobby has nothing else going on because at least you've got Kilimanjaro. That's all I'm saying. Colossus would also be very handy. Colosseum would be very handy, but I don't have anything that can build Colosseum right now. Colossus, I think, has to go down. Colossus is a wonder that is actually genuinely helpful for me. Does Lighthouse give... No, okay, I keep forgetting. It's a Civ 5 Great Lighthouse is the one that gives visibility, I think. Capital. Let's get that +8 industrial zone sorted, please. Thank you. And actually, Garrett still has a pretty good... Yeah, I mean, look, this is not a Petra city. You'll be fine. Where's Armani going now? I think to Anshan. We can steal this. It's pretty well protected, but it is stealable. Brazil has just been the worst. I mean, there will be other city-states that will appear, but I just want to put it on record, Brazil. You are the worst. Always have been. Always will be. All right, now that's not on. No, no. Barbarians have just randomly appeared to go and pillage my new harbor. No. Why? I can't even now buy a unit. Do I need any sort of particular ranged units for quests? No, I don't. I could get an archer. Let's do that. This is very, very frustrating. Okay, and Samarkand won't move their scout off the tile I want to settle on. Fine, I'll settle on this one, but that is very annoying. Man, we had a ton of Charleses, but now we have a ton of Boss or Bose. Oh, I think this might be where Bose lives. There's a ton of Bose in this city. Amazing. Again, the usual economic opening. Get that harbor done as quickly as we can and move on. Trade route to Levanta. Done. Trade route to Cahokia. Done. Which one do I want to pick? I think it's going to be Cahokia. Bam. Mine. Heroic Age has been guaranteed. Just as we knew it would. All right. Luckily, the galley went away. So we're going to choose to ignore the fact that happened and then just, you know, use Imhotep anyway. That is a trade route. Here is an extra trade route capacity. Here is a free trader. Now we scan down the list to try and work out if there's anything that we haven't traded to yet. I think we've got them all. Muscat's the one I would love to be able to trade with. Actually, I can, as long as I discover that tile. I have to discover that tile, and then I can. Krakatoa. Any civilization that owns this tile receives a free Eureka upon earning a Great Admiral. That is a very good pick for Portugal, assuming that they've got any Great Admirals, which they may have done, they may not have done. Trading post in Fez. Again, every time we get a trading post, the range of our trade routes just extends a tiny bit further. Another Congress, 333 voting power this time. Meli was chosen unanimously. I think that's pretty safe. Now, sovereignty, people don't really care about too much. I am trading a bunch to faith city-states. So I'm going to go for faith, and we're going to throw in considerably and hope that goes through. I'm saving some so I don't lose all of my diplomatic favor, but yeah, that worked. As you can see, nobody really cared about that one. So that's another 2 points. 4 out of 50. Wow. We're doing so well, he says, with absolutely no enthusiasm whatsoever. Another harbor. Cartography is boosted, and Reina moves on her forever quest. Patiti and Mohenjo-Daro. Again, the more we discover, the more we can meddle. I think it's worth it. Petra. That makes 3 wonders in the wonderful city of Dr. Bobby. 2 food, 2 gold, 1 production on all desert tiles, including this oasis and these 2 niter mines. Suddenly, this is a city for the ages. It also would be quite the prize for someone to take, so we have to keep a little bit of an eye open, stop anyone trying to go and conquer it. You never know, people can be cheeky. That's a big industrial zone in my capital. And cartography, now our ships can go on auto-explore. Off you go and explore. In fact, I'm going to make all my scouts do exactly the same thing. Off you go. Heavy chariots, same thing. You are weak enough. I don't really care about trying to defend with you. Woolen. So many city-states that no one has actually looked at yet. The exploration is proving good. Right, now knights. That was a quest for a city-state. Samarkand wanted that. Workshop in the capital. Industrialization boosted. And the production just goes up even further. 46. Now the settler capital is really pumping. Just to show you where we are in comparison to everyone else. We are on 9 cities. Persia, 6. Brazil, 7. Indonesia, 6. Korea is 8. India is 7. Zulu is 8. Carthage is 4. And Portugal is 8. So, I'm actually doing pretty well on the old settling. So far, so good. Mali, Silver, T. You are an honor to meet you. Oh yeah, wonderful. I'll grab your open borders. I'll grab your luxuries. My empire is just on the edge of being super happy. Let's just continue in that direction. Would you like some of my weapons of war? I'd like some source of horse. Ah, you're my new best friend. I've been trying to flog those for decades. It's always the harbor you forget about. That's the one that ends up getting pillaged every time. Oh, that's annoying. Fine. I'll build an expensive navy. Though I realized that I should have probably bought a frigate from the Barbs. That would have been a cheaper thing to do. Never mind. Hey, everybody. Look, it's my 10th city. Got a new settlement and everything. It's Baltimore. I think it's the ore of Baltim. Wow. I wonder what a refined bar of Baltim would look like. I mean, the ore is clearly expensive enough to name somewhere we're after. Blimey. So we're gonna get the harbor done here and get all these luxuries worked as quick as we can. Plus, I should now find that Death Wall has a bunch of extra places to trade with, and so it will prove. Why of all places would you put a barb camp there? That is so annoying. Ugh, luckily I have a ton of troops in all directions. For once I have a standing army. I just would rather not use it if I can help it. Oh well, monarchy time. Yay for being a monarchy. Put Republican Legacy in. We've got Diplomatic League, Charismatic Leader, Serfdom. Limes is useful when you're being raided by barbarians. Maritime Industries. I'm going to pop this in as well so that I actually force myself to build a navy. Quadriremes are what I need. Okay, guilds will replace a bunch of those cards, but for now, that will be fine. Special sessions of World Congress. Okay, these are 2 aid requests. They both have diplomatic victory points on the table. And I believe you've just got to hit silver in order to get some of the points. You don't need to go gold, but I'm going to join in with both of these and we will take the aid requests nice and seriously. I'm intrigued to see how this will balance itself. So I'm just pointing out that it's going to be a couple of turns and then I'm going to be hit by a storm myself, but I won't be able to call anything, which is annoying. Never mind. Now to go to industrialization so I can heat the world up and cause more carnage. Trade route to Muscat. My new trading hub is open for business. Celebrate by getting in more lighthouses and we'll get more traders in a second. Look at the screen. It's so bright. We have been released from the dark age. Persia has gone normal. Brazil is in a golden age. We're not going to be influencing anybody, but here we go. Reform of coinage, I believe, has got to happen. Exodus, not applicable because I don't have a religion. So Hicksonk Dracones and Monumentality, it's the triple. Here we go. Let's see what that does to my gold per turn. It's added about 20%. Nice. A Monumentality is going to help hugely. Now the lighthouse, get those walls up, get the settlers out. There's so much good stuff happening. I just feel like the economy is just not quite clicked into gear. It's close. 250 gold per turn is really quite solid, but it's not there. It's okay. Don't worry. We will get there. Now that I can use faith on traders, that makes a big difference. Guilds. Here we go. Maritime industry is not so useful after all. Get rid of that. Put craftsmen in. Now the industrial zone, including one of my capital making of the settlers, that has gone up. We don't have the settler card in. Interesting. Let's put that in for a bit. And then 11 gold per turn. We're not getting the adjacencies put into anything other than gold. So, okay, I'm less interested in that card now, but the settler production, that means, yeah, this is much quicker than it was. It's very Japan-shaped, this little island, isn't it? It's enjoyable. I think the best thing we can do is keep accumulating resources by settling nearby. Is there anywhere else? Actually, on this coast would be pretty good. Let's go in this direction. Liang. Pop into Yavara because you were the one making builders, although we will stop that for a second, just until we put feudalism back in. In the meantime, aid projects. Run a couple. If just like 3 or 4, and we should make a good indent into making sure we win that one. And then diplomatic service. I'm mostly trading with city-states that I am suzeraning, so I can get extra production and food from all of those trade routes. Now, the main thing is to make sure that I'm not duplicating my trade routes with city-states, which I kind of am at the moment, but I want to make sure it's fairly split so I can send envoys to anywhere I want. So Fez would be a good one. We don't have one to Fez. And Yerevan. Now, Madol, by the way, has added a significant chunk of culture to my empire because we have a lot of harbors and a lot of city centers on the coast. So that is delightful. Nazca. Oh, I like the sound of Nazca, mainly because I have a ton of desert. Where are you? Over there. Ah, right. Settling down on this coast. I want to put a galley out this way. We're going to put one city on this coast, maybe down by this river or over by this mountain range. And that will let me put galleys out and we can trade with Nazca. Education. How do we not have universities yet? I don't know. No, the lighthouse. More trading time, please. We must trade with everyone. We must become the grandest of traders. In fact, I'm now starting to think maybe I settle up here and also to put some land routes out to Ngazagamut. Maybe. We'd be certainly annoying the AI if we did that, and that's kind of half the reason I want to, you know? Do I want the Foreign Ministry, the Grandmaster's Chapel, the Intelligence Agency? I think the answer to that is no. We just keep settling. I have 3 spare settlers as well as my 10 settlements at the moment. One's going up here, one's going down there, and one is just making the way across the ocean. I think I might actually settle this side of the continent. I'm going to claim this amber and this spice, but the idea being I can send trade routes from the other direction and just keep increasing my trade route range. India has coal. It's always ever so slightly concerning, that one, but fine. At least Gandhi doesn't have uranium. There is always a greater peril at play. Oh, I can trade to Anshan now. And Ngarzagamu. Oh, wow. I'll be hedged. You are becoming a trading port extraordinaire. I approve. I approve wholeheartedly. Yeah, look at that. Trade through Mumbai. Handy. Well, that's a surprise war. Brazil has just declared a surprise war against me, and there are a bunch of knights in my territory. Fine. I was busy doing aid projects, so I feel like this is not good for the world. Fez has been taken over. How dare you? Who is that? Cyrus. Cyrus, this is not the time. I very much wanted, by the way, a nice peaceful game. I wasn't going to destroy Brazil, but now, well, I think perhaps my hand has been forced in such a way. Can you really say that it's truly my fault? I don't think I can. Right, one envoy into Fez. It will double up and give me 2. And then I could throw some more towards Anshan, but I think I'm just going to keep these envoys just for a second. We'll work out what's going on. I do have an army. The army is fairly decently sized. We'll just make sure that it's all on the front line. And I will concentrate fire. Oh, they gave up all the luxuries they traded to me. That's unfortunate. I've got other people I can sell to. People like me, Brazil. In fact, speaking of people like me, I have an idea. Hey, do you fancy joining in? Yeah, you do. How about you, Korea? Yep. Oh, you certainly do. Any barb camps to the north that I can utilize to pull a few armed units in. Fortunately, most of them have been killed. HUZZAH. That is fairly under Egypt's control. We won't worry about them for now. Yep, you're going to do lots of damage. It's not great. The walls are going up next turn. Oh no, Muscat actually might kill Deathwall. Oh dear. We need some more defensive strength. I think I've unlocked knights, haven't I? I'm pretty sure I've unlocked knights. We'll just have a quick go. Yep, we have. Okay, look at that. That's significantly stronger now. Oh, that's a good route to HUZZAH. Thank you very much. All right, the counterattack begins, and we're just going to quickly pick up machinery for the crossbow defenses. Well, whilst you're declaring war on me, Brazil, I'm making my own empire, and it's great. I'm making the glorious empire of Thylad Elfia. Ah, yes, the Thylad. So much better than the Alpha Lad. Let's bring Raina over to you immediately. You will be beautiful. Uluru. Specialty districts constructed on desert terrain. Yield +1 food for any civilization that owns that tile. Nice. I left a horseman outside my city, and it got killed, but it was a total distraction for Brazil. They could not get past that. Oh, and now you've left all of your knights in the open. Oh, dear. So diplomatic service will be very decent. 12 extra food in production. Let's get that in quickly. Feudal contract. I am building actual things at the moment. We'll put that instead of limes. All of my limes are up. We'll put in natural philosophy, and Visserbanken will go in until we're ready to do some city stating. Now everyone moves back slightly. So if I can kill this knight first. Oh yeah, we can. What about this knight? I, of course, have a +5 combat strength bonus against them. It's enough. Military science boosted. Delightful. A new city. Oh, well, go on then. It's Buethallow. Sometimes you let your crops go out to Buethallow, I believe. Man, I'm learning so much on this playthrough. So just gobble up a little bit of land up here. Oh no, I'd love to liberate a city. That would be something that would get me a lot of diplomatic favor, which I am building nicely. Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, you're not doing great, but just having you in this game, it gives me hope. I'm going to make friendship with Gilgamesh. There we go. And I'm going to make a military alliance with him. I know I'm not supposed to make alliances against people, but I'm sorry. Gilgabro is an exception. Oh, ambush scout. Haha. Yay. I actually have a level 3 scout with +20 combat strength. Nice. Maybe they'll be able to explore about 10 tiles without dying. Major drought. I would have preferred Sergeant Seasonal Rain, but fine. We'll have to deal with that one. Oh, there's no food in Mr. Fancy Sweatpants. It's a foodless place. I'm winning both of these competitions. 2 aid projects is enough to put me in the lead for now. We'll see if it stays that way. All right, my gold does need to be used on something useful. University time. I'm going to put 2 of my envoys from Anshan. Haha, that boosts it even further. Gives me way more visibility in this area. Fantastic. Come on, industrialization. It's so close. Give me that sweet, sweet coal. Brazil's army, well, anything it sent against me has now melted. Chinguetti is now being attacked, and oh, Deathwall actually has a musket here. That's really not good. Okay, maybe I should have built these walls a bit faster. Or I should have tried to get Muscat out of this fight. Okay, right. Slightly problematic. Let's put limes back in. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do. That's unfortunate. I think Grandmaster's Chapel is interesting, but I think Foreign Ministry is more interesting for diplomatic favor and the ability to levy and increase combat strength. That would be very handy to pull in random amounts of units just on the front line. Come help me out for a bit. Access to the Southern Sea. It's Dorlass as opposed to Dorman. I think we're actually going to buck the trend and go commercial hub because this is a snow tile and snow tiles are rubbish. Now I can build a caravel, get out this way, go and find the world. It'll be great. Yeah, I've played this very, very badly. Death Wall, I think you're about to see it get raised by Muscat, the absolute epitome of embarrassment. Oh, no, it moved its troops about. My goodness, we have respite. Death Wall, you should not be alive. I don't mind saying that. You should not be alive. Okay, the walls are just about holding for now. Caravel will make these slightly stronger, and I can do decent damage and kill the trebuchets. Maybe we'll survive. I don't think we will, but maybe. Hong Kong, send a trade route to you as soon as we can. Second University, which gives me the printing boost, and that's 100 science. We have made it by turn 140, only 40 turns behind the curve. My gold and production are pretty wild though, so that's good. Egypt, Cleopatra, the last of all of us. I believe that is the era score. Yes, it is. Delicious. A second musket is not good news. No, I don't think there's any way Death Wall surviving. I mean, look at the size of this army. Not unless I had a bunch. I mean, this is very protected behind, yes, 7 or 8 envoys. That's huge. I managed to get Persia to declare war as well. So now Brazil is at war with everyone they know. Mitla, Geneva. That's a double science find that. Oh, we need to get building campuses. Yep, it's dead. Death Wall is gone. No. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's very embarrassing. Brazil was of zero threat, but Muscat was absolutely brutal in that. Oh no. Death Wall, you will probably be avenged. Maybe. Like, I don't want to commit at this point, you know? There's various states of commitment that I can get to. Don't mind if I just borrow all of your science, Brazil, whilst we're at war. That's production into industrialization. They'll just take flat peace, Brazil. I kind of feel like I want to attack them a little bit just to extort some peace deal. That would be fun. Is that another university? Go on then. 113 now. +3 campuses. They're appearing everywhere. Singapore. Haha, I'm finding all of the city-states hidden at the bottom of the map now. Nice. More envoys for the envoy god. We're finding more people as well. Zanzibar has appeared, as well as Bandar Brunei. You know what? Actually, I haven't been building this, but I probably should be. I'm going to start building Kilwa. I'm not far off being able to afford a great engineer. We'll save up for that. But if we can pick up Kilwa, this will make this game a lot different, better. I don't know. Certainly more fun. Goodness me, so many city-states. Armar. That one is on the coast. Any city-state on the coast looks like one that I could trade with as long as I have the range for it. I was just thinking that low-key, a really fun combination would be Roosevelt ability from the Rough Rider, but also then combined with Mongolia. Imagine Rough Rider Mongolia being able to slingshot your trade routes around the map. That would be brilliant. I'd like that. I would very much like to see that. All right, peace with Brazil. Your city-state raised one of my cities. I guess you probably would see that as a bit of a win. Not that I would, but you know, fair play. 3 aid projects done. Nobody seems to be competing with me. Fine, settler production back on. We're down a city. Death Wall needs to be resurrected. Else I won't be able to, you know, actually show my face around here. So we should probably fix that. We just put it exactly where it was. I feel like I refuse to learn from my mistakes and just pop it right back where it was. Just looking at my trade routes, you can see Ngarzagamu. This is a city-state that I've yet to take over, but I should be doubling up on my envoys there. Perfect, it's mine. I'm going to put retainers back in. No, veterancy for my harbor building. Trade Confederation, I believe, might be better than natural philosophy, but I think instead we're going to put the settler card back in. Keep settling wide. And Charismatic Leader's good. Whistlebanking, I'm going to have to get rid of that briefly for invention. It's time to get our engineers up. We could have a decent monopoly on these things. I have a lot of workshops. More voting. Last time, option A for religious city-state was put through, namely because I voted for it, so we'll do the same thing. Chosen player generates more grievances. I think no one likes Brazil, so I'm going to throw 6 votes on that one. Yeah, that feels good. Although, unfortunately, there seems to be some sort of glitch at the moment. I cannot progress from this screen because I haven't voted on all available propositions. but I have. That's all of them. There's only 2. Is there something else blocking this? No, I don't know. Might just have to force end turn. It's probably not going to say that I voted, annoyingly. No, it just voted me randomly, and I get nothing because of that. No, that's not good. Right, I'm loading back. I feel it's fair to take old save files where the game glitches like that. Let's see if we can get this fixed. Oh, it's working this time. You see, look, there you go. Sometimes mods do this. It's okay. It's why we take autosaves. It's why we take save files. Right, did it work? We got that one through. We got that one through. That's 2 points, which means I'm on the grand total of now 6. Ha! I've taken the lead with 12% complete. Yeah, this is, it's going to take a while. Another trade route. It's got to be another city-state that I can bring into my network. Nazca or Nanmadol? Nanmadol would be good because then I could move Amani somewhere else. I think it was over here in Gaia's Faithful. It was. See, that is why we have settlements on every coast. It's just perfect. I was going to settle here next to Signy for the era score, but there is an ice cap there. That's going to melt pretty quickly. Let's face it, I'm going full coal. I think that's a fine location. This is not going to be a game where I preserve the ice caps. Let's be honest. And as soon as I can get a trade route over to Geneva, now that would be the play. Mercantilism now. Oh, that's a good city state. That's a huge culture boost if you have loads of great people. And guess what? I do. Lots of great people. We just got a merchant. It gives me +1 envoy. I'll take it. And an admiral who can pick up a copy of a luxury. Actually, don't have any whales, so off you go. That's new. That's special. And then guess what? I'm special. I need something like that. Yay. Here we go. The trade route to Nanmadol. Drop in 1 envoy that becomes 2. And move our money onwards. I think we're going to take us somewhere that's going to be more difficult to take, like Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a great example. Off you go. And I'm going to start making spies. They're very slow, but they can start to take over city-states for me. Might as well get a couple of those leveled up. A new settlement next to Signy. Beautiful, beautiful era score. It's St. Louis. Must be because it's so low down in the map. Yeah, it's right by the South Pole. Look at that. Another harbor. So Raina moved from Mike Hawk to Dobra. We're just passing through, getting extra trade routes as we go. The economy. The economy must always be built. I need more cards. Way more cards than the government here. This is just not good enough. Republican legacy is right on the cusp. It is actually pushing some of my cities into being happy, which is really, really good, but we need to just keep pushing this. Let's get that wonder builder. I need Kilwa and I need Colosseum, and I need them both as fast as possible. So to do that, Gothic architecture goes in. Charismatic leader, I'm sorry, has to go out just temporarily here. Let's put trade confederation in, and that'll do for now. Look at the extra science and culture it gives. It's pretty wild. I need that culture because we need to get to water parks, but also all of these envoys along the top. There's 7 available there. Taruga, more science. So many scientific city-states. There's industrialization, which means we have coal and power plants. How much coal did I actually get? It looks like I have 1 source of it. Is that genuinely it? Come on now. Don't do this to me. There's tons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in like a little scattered area around me. That's good. Okay, we've got plenty. And there's some up here as well. Okay, good, 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 good. I might need to just plonk a city down in this area, which, let's do that quickly. But I'll take it. What else do I need for a diplomatic victory? Renaissance walls. Let's get those in as fast as possible. Trade route to Nazca. And just look at the size of this desert. Nazca lines everywhere. That's what we need. Oh, look, Colosseum was built literally the turn before I was about to rush it. Look at that. Why is that always the case? Oh, that would have been really good as a wonder. All of my core cities would have been very happy. Well, I guess instead of wasting it on Colosseum, we can put it on Kilwa, which is actually useful for my exact thing that I want to do. That's, it's so annoying though. Oh well, get the factory finished. Okay, factory built in. Oof, more production in the heart of my empire. I'm putting through an aid request for myself. It costs 100 diplomatic favor, and I was just waiting so I could put a few votes into it. The AI doesn't seem to be too keen on contributing, but any 3 gold is good gold for me. Like, I will take it all. Oh, look, in the middle of the desert, it's San Daigo, as opposed to San Alive Stop, which I believe is just next door. I would love Nazca lines, but I need the coal first. So, in you go. Go make all this coal for me, thank you. I'm not going to risk this one, having just lost Colosseum with a couple of turns left. Kilwa's getting a second boost. 2 amazing benefits Kilwa gives me. 3 envoys, which is huge. If I can get 2 suzerains of a certain type, then I get a 15% 15% empire-wide bonus for that style of city-state. Speaking of, you can see we have 2 economic, 2 science, 2 faith, and 2 production towards units. All of those get the 15% bonus. I just need to work on culture and production towards buildings. But this is looking pretty good. Is there a trade route yet to Geneva? That's the one I want. It's a huge science chunk. No, there's not. Why can I not yet trade there? It's just a little far away. I think I need a city on that coast. How much for a settler? 700 faith, 1,400 gold. You know what? Actually, I can settle up here on the canal, and I think I should be able to trade with Geneva. So Nan Madol was taken from me, but I still have the trade route there, so that's easily taken back. But none of the others have an easy route to them. You know what? Just temporarily, I'm going to put Diplomatic League back in the government, and I'm going to steal this city-state just by spending the actual gold, because this gives me 15% culture worldwide, but also I've got quite a few great people, so it should push it up even more. Great people, I've got 6, so that's another 12%. Nice. And then to get the full sweep, Buenos Aires. Bonus resources behave like luxuries. That's really, really good as well. And that's 15% production towards buildings, so we have everything. The reach of my empire continues to grow. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Clibben Thurdas, Poppy Dude, The Nickerman, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Toon General, Capo Yobby Virani, The Uncivil Engineer, Radiatore, Debo91, Mushkin Mandeltort, Pete, Dan Jamo, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedge, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, MTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Teddy Zursa, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Deja Vu, Kovawoo, Legally Trash, Sorted Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia, Bob Tway, Abstract Fun, Slither Alley, JB Genius, Arctic Fox, Eggshark, Bookaluk79. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!